Say something.
Something.
More than something.
I'm eating a French fry with ranch dressing.
So, when did you get into jiu-jitsu?
I was kind of forced into it, kind of.
Okay.
I started in 2018, so I was already 37, so older. And my husband wanted me to start because they were all doing it. But I think the reason why I decided to kind of solidify that decision to start was because I didn't feel I could get after my kids for not giving 100% when I wasn't experiencing what they were experiencing on the mat.
That makes sense. That's a way to look at it.
I would tell them they weren't trying. Like, just do it. You know, it's not that hard. And then when I finally did start, and I started like in a fundamental beginner's class, it was very humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pretty much got sick like on my first day. But it was a little baby beginner class.
So, did you like take back all of your comments to your kids afterwards? Like, no.
I did. You know, I told them I didn't know how hard it was, and knowing what you guys were going through, I understood better why they would get frustrated or why they would just kind of sit there. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Very exhausting. Especially when your cardio's not up to date.
I was like sedentary at that point in my life. I didn't do anything other than like watch TV. So yeah, it was a rude awakening, but a good awakening.
I took too big of a bite. So you're a blue belt, right? Or purple
I
belt?
just got my purple belt.
Oh yeah.
Yes, on December 20th.
Okay.
It was actually really special because my husband got his purple belt.
Okay.
And then Talon, my son, because he just turned 16 and been training for 8 years, got the blue belt. So it was really nice sharing that with them.
Yeah.
That experience
That's
together.
really cool.
It was really awesome.
I wish I could have been there for that.
I don't feel like it should be a purple belt, but I mean, somebody thinks so.
Yeah,
So
someone thinks so.
you just use that as motivation to like live up to what they see in you.
Oh, I wish I could have been there for that. I remember seeing the pictures on Facebook. I was like, no way! I was really excited. That's awesome.
I shook my head no. I was like, they was looking at me with the belt and like, oh.
Aww. That's awesome. And then you did a couple competitions, right?
I mean, JJF, yeah.
Never again, or?
Never again. It's a whole different world. I think that if I had more time to devote to it and train, I would definitely do more, but it's a lot. It's a whole other level. And being a mom who works full time, who, you know, has to help her kids with homework, and with the husband being gone so much, like,
Yes, thank you.
I just can't devote the time that I would need to.
Does Color TV?
Yeah, hasn't completed in 3 years. We've always said school is first,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but he said he wants to get back to competing. He wants to do another super fight. He's done a super fight before, which was awesome.
And what's a super fight?
It's when you're out there on the stage, like it's like a professional fight, basically.
Oh.
So he did that in 2021.
So is it like a different setup than like Naga and things?
Yeah. So it's like one mat, one giant tape, the lights are flashing.
Oh, you got like a walkout song.
Yeah, you have to walk out to Fall Out Boy song.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it. And it was good. He did really good. It was good. Like, he wants to do it again. Grace wants to do one too.
Really?
Aww.
A little diva.
She is. So, I mean, if they can commit to it and, like, give all 100% on the work that needs to go into it, like, we would fully support that. But school's always first.
That's good. And then, when you first started, like, as a woman, was it like, I don't know, like, how your class was when you first started? Like, were there more women in it, or was it, like, more men? Or?
I mean, I think anywhere you go, it's always more male dominant.
Yeah. How was that, like, first starting?
I was kind of clingy to Jeremiah because he had already been doing it a couple years,
Yeah.
but he went back to that beginner's class with me just so I could have some kind of familiarity with him. But then I actually met one of my best friends in that class, and still one of my best friends today. So, like, once her and I established that, friendship and everything, I felt a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
Not having to have him there all the time and hold my hand. And
Do you think it's typically more intimidating for women to start than men? Because, like, I mean, from my experience, like, any gym that I've just gone into, like, the ones over here, like, after being comfortable, I can stand up every day, it's like, and then coming over here and, like, starting somewhere completely new, and only being guys in the class, like, walking in was always, like, super intimidating for me.
I think it is, but for different reasons for everybody. So I think everybody has a different reason as to why they think being a female in the gym is intimidating, whether it's, patriarchy. I know one girl who was sexually assaulted, and that's why she got into the DJ. And it was really difficult for her to be in that close proximity with another male. And that's what she got, that intimidation. I think for me, I felt intimidated being there with men, but because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing and that I'd be criticized, made fun of.
Yeah. Like, what is this girl doing?
Exactly. She doesn't need to be here. That's where my intuition came from.
Okay. And then, when it comes to, like, mental health, like, how do you think Jiu-Jitsu applies to that?
I think that in those few minutes that you're rolling, your mind is the most clear it ever is. Because the only thing you're thinking about is not getting smashed and getting hurt. You're not thinking about the stress from the work day. You're not thinking about, problems you have with your partner or your kids are, not doing well in school. And you just want to survive. And so I think having that extra outlet helped me a lot because I didn't have an outlet before. So with Jiu-Jitsu, like, when I'm not training, I see a difference in my personality.
Really?
Because I have no other outlet other than Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Because, like, I like how you said that, like, it's like you're just trying to survive because, like, that's kind of like the endorphins that come from, like, ice baths and cold plunges. It's like that fight or flight that comes up and, like, with the adrenaline, so you forget about everything else because your body is just like, holy shit, what's going on?
Exactly.
So it's, I guess, you could do.
And I think also the whole fight or flight thing, as well as you're thinking about what that other person's doing as well. So you're kind of trying to combat what they're doing. And I think that also kind of puts your mental level a little bit higher than you normally would. Because not only are you thinking about what you're doing, you're also trying to figure out what they're really doing as well. Kind of clears things up.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It's what?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like this drink.
I really like my burger. I haven't eaten. And I've been up since 3, so I'm just starving.
I woke up at 11.
You're so funny. What time did you go to bed?
I'm pretty sure I went to bed at, like, midnight.
That's about when I went to bed.
Because, like, I was sitting in bed and I was like, I need to go to sleep because I need to go, like, do stuff tomorrow. I'm seeing Veronica tomorrow and, like, all this stuff. And I was like, but I'm like, just gonna scroll through, like, TikTok.
And then it turns into, like, an hour.
Yeah.
Into 2 hours.
And then I, like, finally went to bed and I woke up at 6 because my alarm went off and I, like, just snoozed it. I went back to sleep and then I slept till 11. I woke up and I was like, what time is it?
Did I wake you up? What I
No,
okay,
no, I woke up and, like, it was, like, maybe, like, a couple minutes after I'd woken up, you texted me and I was just like, yes, I'm coming. I'll be there.
What do you think, though, about Jiu-Jitsu that has helped with mental health?
I gotta take a giant bite. For me, it's definitely, like, the physical part of it, and, like you said, like, trying to, like, survive during it, but it's also, like, it's helped me build a lot more confidence in myself, and, like, kind of seeing what my body can do, and, like, just, like, walking into the gym and having those first, like, going from a comfortable setting, like being in a gym for a really, really long time, and then, like, walking into a different place and, like, being around completely new people and, like, rolling with completely new people. has also put a lot of confidence in me and like showed me this like, hey, like you're gonna be okay. Like it's fine to start over. It's fine to walk into a new place and like try your hardest. So that's really helped me. But when I first started, it was definitely that confidence boost of like, oh hey, my body can actually do something really cool that I didn't realize it could, or like I'm stronger than I thought I was. And then when I was doing the competitions, even though I got humbled quite a bit, it was definitely, it just kind of, I don't know, it's like that sense of like, okay, I can fail and everything's still going to be okay. It really helped me.
I think that's two of the things I like a lot about Jiu-Jitsu is the confidence that it gives you, because like you said, I didn't know I was capable of some of the things. The first time I got on the mat for warm-ups, I couldn't do a forward roll, and I thought because I couldn't do that, I couldn't do Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. Obviously you learn, you develop that muscle memory, so the confidence has always been something that drawn me to it, and but also like I said before, the humility. Yeah. Especially when it came to like with my kids. Yeah, I think having that humility definitely makes you a stronger person. Right. It's like, as long as you don't shut down from it and you just keep wanting to learn from it and grow from it, it definitely helps with that growth. And I think that there's nothing wrong with not mastering parts of it. There's things that I can't do that I know I'll never be able to do. Yeah. But it's not going to stop me from training or even still trying to do it. Yeah, exactly.
I also really like the community aspect of it too, because like I know like I'm more of like a, what's it called? Not antisocial, but
introvert.
Yeah, introvert. Like I'm definitely more of an introvert when it comes. I mean, sometimes I can be an extrovert. Thank you.
Thank you.
But for the most part, I'm more of an introvert. So like sometimes like I'll be at home and I'll get just like stuck in that comfortability of just like being by myself and being at home. And so like going out and like being in a community that's like fun and accepting and like everyone knows like you're not going to be the best there and they're not going to be the best there. So like everyone has that sense of humility and they're humble, but they're also like really accepting and just like whoever you are. Yeah, they're very welcoming.
I think it's really cliche, but it's so true in that the hardest thing to do is to step on the mat the first time. That's the hard. And once you're there, like you said, it's welcoming. But what I like about Jiu-Jitsu, it's adaptable. Like I'm not a big person. Yeah. Short. Yeah. I'm not even 5 feet tall. But there's ways that I can adapt different moves to work for me. So yeah, like the comfort of it, the familiarity, establishing those bonds with people. Yeah. That's something that's definitely icing on the cake.
Yeah. And you get really close to the people that you're rolling with too, because I mean you're like like you're like all over them.
Close. Yeah, exactly.
So like you just like you form a connection with them that's like different than like the connections you would form at work and stuff. You know, everyone is like it definitely starts to feel like a family environment, right? Because you know everything about each other. Like you know, like you're getting sweated on, you're getting farted on, you're getting, you know, your face is in places that you don't want it to be. And
like when someone's sweat drips in your mouth, that's always pleasant. Yeah, you know, you can't do that at work. You can't like mount somebody and I get fired for that. Yeah. I think that you would stick with it this long? It's been like what, 3 years for you?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Okay.
Yeah. No, 2. Give or take, because I was gone for a while and then came back. Honestly, no, because like when I first started it, it was because like Sam started it and like he wanted me to be in it with him. So I was just like, okay, this is cool, and I've always kind of wanted to try it. So when I first started, I was like, I don't know, because I'm like not the most athletic person, and like it was definitely like being around everyone, like I felt super awkward. Didn't really know what I was doing, and I was just like, okay, I probably look really stupid trying to do these moves. So when I first started, I was just like, I don't really know if I'm gonna like keep coming back. It was fun and everything, but I don't know if I'm gonna come back. And then like when I started, like I kept coming back. There was definitely like moments where I was just like, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this because the person I'm with likes to do it? Right. And I actually like had to ask myself that question recently, because once I got out of the hospital, I was like completely lost. Like I didn't really know like what was like who I was and like what I wanted to do and like what I liked to do. And so like when I thought about coming back to jiu-jitsu after that, I was just like, do I want to come back to jiu-jitsu, or was I just doing jiu-jitsu this whole time because of someone else? And it turns out that I do like jiu-jitsu and I do like to go back. So no, I didn't think I was going to keep coming back to it, but it turns out that I really, really liked it. So
that was me too. Like Jeremiah didn't expect me to last 6 months.
Yeah.
And so here I am, like over 5 years later, still doing it when I can, and I think I'll continue to do it as long as my body will let me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be 43 this month, so
you don't look 43.
I don't heal quickly like I used to.
But I feel like jiu-jitsu also kind of keeps you young too.
It does.
Like, it's that physical and it keeps you flexible. It keeps the joints.
My dad's 69. He's a blue belt, and so when he doesn't train, he's stiff. He can't move. He needs somebody to physically manipulate his body to keep him loose.
There you go.
So
it's basically just like intense yoga.
I've never done yoga. So.
All the stretching and manipulating your body and stuff.
Yeah.
Just having someone else.
Are there things about jiu-jitsu you don't like?
Things about jiu-jitsu that I don't like. I think the biggest, no, like, not really. I mean, I love like all of it, but I think it's like when someone comes in and they act like they're like hot shit and like the best there, and like it just makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think that's like the only issue because
How
like,
do you deal with it though? Because I feel like I've been in situations like that where there's people that come in, even if they're not new to the sport, like they've been training a while, but they just have a big ego. Like, how do you just not let it get to you? I've had a hard time trying to figure out what to do about it.
Yeah, I think like just being able to keep your humility and like keeping yourself humble, and like even if that person comes and like rolls with you and like completely destroys you and like rubs it in your face and everything, like you still have the ability to be like, okay, well, I still learn from that, you know, like I still learn like, okay, well, you just kind of push away their ego and just like use it as like a learning experience. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that's a good way to look at it because I have a really hard time knowing how to handle that situation.
Yeah.
I feel like I cannot, sometimes I'm not a nice person and I think it shows.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to use that as a way to kind of handle that situation if and when it comes up.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't, because if someone comes in with like that, it's like kind of dampens the mood a little bit because then everyone's kind of looking at them like, oh shit, like is this person gonna like just completely destroy me? Do they even care if like I'm learning anything?
Right.
Like is it all about them? So I think like it comes to you having to like just kind of push away that ego and being like, okay, let them do whatever they want. I'm still gonna learn from this situation. I'm still gonna take everything that I can because I'm here to learn and I'm here to grow from it. If they're gonna be an asshole, they can be an asshole.
That's on them, yeah. Okay. I like that.
That's the only thing I can think of. But like other than that, like I think that's the only thing. I think that's the only issue when it comes to like jiu-jitsu or martial arts or like really any sports. Is there's always that one person that thinks they're the best, and they rub it in and they try to like, you know, let everyone know.
Right. And I think that causes not only tension with that person, but it can cause tension with the whole group.
Yeah, for sure. I also do think that like in a way having those people is a good thing too, because like those type of people, like they kind of push you to want to be better than them also, because it's like, okay, well this person thinks they're the best, like can I beat them? Can I show them that they're not the best?
That, exactly.
So
Are they really the best?
Yeah, so there's that little bit where it's like, can I like, is there anything that I can do to humble them just a little bit? I think it builds like a good little sense of competition.
Yeah.
Too. But I think there definitely is a line.
Learned any life lessons from jiu-jitsu?
Keep trying.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you get knocked down. It's okay if you fail, as long as you don't stop trying. I think that's the biggest thing from it. Yeah.
There's going to be days where you're the dominant one, and there's going to be days where you're going to get your ass kicked, and you just have to learn to accept it.
Exactly.
And that like goes for everything in life, not just jiu-jitsu. Like work, family, all that.
Yeah. Okay. Did you think of a quote? or something?
Yes.
You get to write on a lovely napkin.
Is this purple?
I think so.
My favorite color. Having a bad day, sleep on it. Tomorrow will bring new beginnings.
My name is Jordan. I'm taking care of you.
I don't know who said it, but I like it.
Why'd you write it? Like, why do you like it?
Because I think that we dwell too much on the problems that we're having in the moment and not realizing that we can change later on.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because like I definitely like when I'm upset or something, I get like really into like I get tunnel vision, and so like I feel like everything's just like collapsing. I'm just like, okay, there's no there's nothing going up from here, and then you go to bed or like you take a couple hours and it's like, oh wait, I was being really dramatic.
That reflection, self-reflection, always good. Because then you're like, God, I really was a dummy.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said those things.
Also, when I kind of stop and reset, I always remember there's probably somebody else out there who's got it a lot worse. Somebody would wish to have my day.
Yeah, I don't think about that enough. I definitely need to think about that a lot more because there's definitely times when I definitely take a lot of things for granted.
Yeah.
And I look back on it and I'm like, wait, why am I so upset right now?
Yeah. We tell the kids that a lot. If this is the worst part of your day, it's probably a pretty good day.
That's good. I like that too.
Yeah. Actually,
I really like that. I really like that. I'm gonna start using that.
It's like, shit, I got a speeding ticket. Okay, well, it could be a lot worse. You know, if this is the worst part of my day, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm gonna start using that now.
Awesome.
Thank you for being my second podcast interviewee.
Yay. I feel really special.
You should.
Yeah. First girl.
Yeah. That's awesome.